And finally, in this lesson, let's figure out how to put the subjunctive in a sentence altogether. One thing we have to ask ourselves, though, what triggers a subjunctive? I've thrown a lot of examples of sentences with a subjunctive clause, but how do you really know what exactly triggers the subjunctive clause? Well, let me show you that right now in this video. Okay, so what exactly are the triggers? The triggers of the subjunctive clause. Okay? What I mean by that is what causes a clause to be in the subjunctive. Let me show you. If the indicative clause has anything to do with doubt, then most likely you're going to get a subjunctive clause following. If it is an implicit command, then you will get the subjunctive following. If it's a certain adverbial expression, for example, so that, or in order to, etc. Okay, so those are the main reasons you would trigger a subjunctive. Okay, anytime there's doubt, implicit command, adverbial expression, you're going to trigger the subjunctive. So let's cover the first one of those criteria, doubt. Okay, well, what exactly is doubt? When you're negating something or you don't believe something. Okay, so anytime there's doubt, it's going to be followed by the subjunctive clause. Okay, what do I mean? All right, so let's take the verb creer, to believe. So if I don't believe, it's no creer. Okay, so if I say I don't believe that, no creo que, and then what follows, no creo que, I don't believe that, is the subjunctive. And it can be any clause in the subjunctive. I don't believe that the Chivas lost. Los Chivas perdieron. I don't believe that the Chivas lost or are losing. Present tense. It's an an from perder. Okay. Let's do another example of doubt. No estoy seguro que. Plus que. I am not sure that. Okay, and then whatever clause follows this is going to be in the subjunctive. I'm not sure he's coming tomorrow. Okay, él, right? Venga. Now notice that this is in the subjunctive. Mañana. Okay. No estoy seguro que él venga mañana. I'm not sure if he's coming tomorrow. Okay. Our second criteria, implicit command. Okay. So what's an implicit command? I would like you to. I need you to. I hope that you. So I need you to clean. And we'll use limpiar for our verb to clean. Okay, so what does this say? I need you to clean. Well, this is the implicit command right here. I need you. Notice how it's almost like it's commanding you, but it's not. It's implicit. So necesito que limpies. Opposite vowel E from limpiar. I need that you clean, or I need you clean. And then our last one is certain adverbial expressions. There are several that trigger a subjunctive. For example, para que or ck. Both of these trigger the subjunctive. They mean so that or in order to. Con tal de que means as long as. You can also tell that these adverbial expressions, they have sort of a subjunctive emphasis built into them. Okay, because somebody does something so that, somebody does something in order to, somebody does something as long as, a menos que, unless, etc., etc. It goes on the list. But an interesting feature here of these adverbial expressions is that each one of them ends in K, making it easy to be implemented in any sentence to combine an indicative as well as a subjunctive statement. And so to wrap up our lesson on the subjunctive, the indicative clause can stand on its own. It's a grammatically correct statement, is usually at the front of the sentence. I'd like to give you several examples of both indicative and subjunctive clauses in a sentence. The indicative clause here is underlined. You'll notice that in each of those sentences, the underlined indicative clause is a complete expression. It can actually stand on its own as a complete sentence. It carries a regular indicative conjugation. Now I want you to pay attention to the same sentences, this time with the subordinate or the subjunctive clauses underlined, and notice how they wouldn't exist if the indicative clause didn't. So it sort of shows their subordinacy or their subjunctivity to the indicative clause.